Hi everyone, welcome to this video. So the objectives for today are to define bonding forces in terms of valence electrons, then we're going to define electronegativity, and then we're going to define the three primary interatomic bonds. So they are ionic, covalent, and metallic. Okay, so to start with bonding forces, we're going to have a look at the concept of valence electrons. So valence electrons are the electrons which occupy the outermost shell of an atom. So while this might be a new concept for some of you will be familiar with it. Essentially what we mean when we say a shell of an atom is that if we look at this picture below, which is a very basic representation, we have the nucleus in the middle, and then the electrons float around the nucleus in a pattern, and we refer to these as shells. So essentially we have the first shell, which is the innermost, which can fill up to 2 places. The next shell can take up to 8 electrons. The next can take up to 18, and the last one that we have drawn here can take up to 32, but this goes to a much larger amount of shells. But most of the cases we can cover them in just these amount of shells. So an atom's tendency is always to become stable, and when we say stable, what we mean is that we want to have a full outermost shell. So this might be 2 complete atoms, or let's say we have 10 atoms and we feel the first 2 and then we feel the 8 on the outside, so it's full. So it's always the tendency of an atom to give or take electrons so that it can be the most stable, and this means having the